Hi y'all, it's Cecilia and welcome back to my channel. Today we are finishing off February and we are starting with March, but we are going to use some of this February kit from Studio Calico. I have already completed the last spread for February, but I'm still going to show you the process video. So let's get started. So this is pretty much the last month that I'm going to be using the Paper Person Shop's Be Mine kit. I just want to use up as much as possible because it's got lots of pink. I definitely want to use this floral card, and looking at it now, I really like the way it looks with the cheetah pattern, but back then I thought it was too busy, so I went with the solid stripes. And these are 6x8 papers that come in the kit. And then I just cut it into a 6x4, and then I cut off 2 inches so that I could use it as a background behind a photo, and then I'm going to use the 4x4 on its own. Well, I moved the album over so you guys can see. Let's talk about the photos. The weekend that my husband and a couple of his friends went to Scotland, I hosted the wife, who is my friend, and their kids over on a Saturday, and I really was dying to try out my We Are Memory Keepers cinch. So we made a mini album of their trip to Paris, and so these are a couple of photos from the album. What I'm doing here is adhering the photos to their background, and this time I'm using the ruler of the Misty platform to show only 1 inch of the striped card behind the 3x4 photo, and earlier I adhered the photo to the floral 6x4 card, and I'm using the Tombow Mono Permanent Adhesive. Next, I'm going to date my card, and I'm using the Heidi Swap roller date stamp. Unfortunately, it does not include 2022, so I left out the year. To stamp the date, I used the Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad. The stickers were from Ali Edwards Travel Collection 2018 and 2019. The one that I am using says Weekend Fun, and it is from the 2019 Take Me Away chipboard shapes. While I like the sticker going vertically, I thought that the sticker going horizontally anchored the photo to the background. I wanted to add some journaling via a tag, so I chose some light colored craft tags. I can't remember where these are from, unfortunately, but for the journaling, I'm going to be using a label from the Be Mine kit. I thought it needed a little something, so I thought 3 hearts would be perfect. We have the 3 hearts, the 3 stripes, and the 3 photos of Maya. So for the collage, I used Canva. I went to create a design. I put in 6x4 inches, and then I went to the elements and selected frame. And then from there, I saw 3 photos and I chose that. I printed the photo using the Epson PM400, and I made sure to print with borders. And that is a wrap for February. Moving on to March, while I go through some stuff, let me tell you about what I wanted to do with this spread. I wanted to document our nephews in their new sweaters that I sent them, and perhaps how I'm feeling about a trip back to Texas that we were going to be going on later on in the month. I wanted to have some hidden journaling, and of course the title card for sure. While the last spread of February came together pretty easily, the first spread of March was actually a nightmare. I was really indecisive, and you guys are just gonna get like a glimpse because I was running out of space on my SD card and I didn't want to record absolutely everything, which would have been hours and hours. The cards that I knew that I wanted to use for sure were the rainbow card from the February Studio Calico kit and the green card that says that it has been 2 years, and that is from the Paper Person Shop's Endemic kit. And the physical kit sold out super quick, but you can get the journal cards and the die cuts digitally. In case you don't know this, I link everything that I have used or shown, as long as it's still available, on my website, which is wanderlustdocumented.com, and that is linked down below. And I gotta mention that I recently updated the website and it came out really pretty, so be sure to go and check it out and let me know what you think. Okay, so I see that I'm still deciding here. One thing that I did like was the rainbow, so what I wanted to do was definitely utilize that part. It's a little bit brighter than the one for the title, so I was having a little bit of a hard time finding a background for it to match with. I tried white, I tried craft paper, and different colors before settling with a very light blue with gold stars. While the emotional baggage card had red, which could be found on the opposite spread, I didn't like how bright red it was. I like the colors on the rainbow card. They're nice and subtle. The rainbow card says, "Embrace the season for what it is." I chose the No Good, Very Bad Day card from the Paper Person Shop Bad News Kit. And this card is going to be used for my hidden journaling. The Bad News Kit, which was from last month, had the cutest little dumpster fire that I knew I had to use. Unfortunately, this kit is sold out and the digital does not come with the die cuts. I would say that a couple of hours have passed between me finding the cute little dumpster fire and when we started up again. And it took me a really long time to find a card that I wanted to use for that 4x4 pocket because I decided that I was going to use the rainbow with the picture of my nephews. And I decided that I didn't want to do a checklist for Texas or to talk about how stressed out I was because honestly, I was excited and I don't know if I was really that stressed out. Maybe I was, but I can't remember. Next, I'm going to prep the card for hidden journaling. I used a stamp from the Bad News Kit that said, "Well, that sure escalated quickly." So what had happened was that I had a bit of a health scare at the beginning of the month. And what's super hard about living here in Germany is that not all the specialists speak awesome English. So even if I spoke better German, I would still have issues with the medical terms. My primary care physician is Texan, so she talked me off the ledge. But it was an intense 48 hours, and in the end, I didn't have anything to worry about. Okay, back to the card. Since this is a brand new stamp, I used the Tombow Mono Sand Eraser to prime the stamp, and this helps take off some of that coating that comes on new stamps, and this way it will leave a better impression on your paper. The ink pad I used was a Studio Calico Clean Slate Color Theory ink pad, and my preferred pen for journaling at the moment is the Sharpie S Gel 1.0. When I have done hidden journaling in the past, I tend to add like a little tab so I know it's there, but this time I'm just gonna be adhering the cards that will be in the front to the back of the journal card. And I think I did the journaling after I finished putting together the video. And I'm just going to trim off the little excess off the edge. Next, I'm going to cut the 6x4 card in half. This is the one that's going to be going next to the photo of my nephews. And the reason that I'm cutting it in half instead of using the whole thing like I did with the floral one is that I really like this card and I see myself using the other half, whereas the floral one, yeah, not so much. I adhere the rainbow onto the card and then I tape the cards together. I secured the extra piece of cardstock onto the back of the card and I'm not really sure why I didn't just cut it off. I think I was afraid I might mess it up. I'm using these tags that I actually got at IKEA and I didn't really end up liking the print on the front, so I'm using the back. I'm stamping Love This from the Studio Calico Snapshot stamp set that was sent out to subscribers free with purchase a few months ago. It's currently sold out. I also use the Clean Slate ink pad here. I'm checking the tag against the background to see where I'm going to be trimming it. Full disclosure, I trimmed the tag twice to make sure that I got it to be the perfect size. And then I added some journaling. I stamped the date using the Heidi Swapp roller date stamp. I added some adhesive to the card and then I put the tag in its place. I was thinking that the black reinforcer on the tag was a little too black, and I pulled out these reinforcer stickers that I got from Target years ago, and they weren't big enough to cover the black, and I was like, meh. Moving on to the other 4x4 slot, I am using a pattern card from the Good Day Sunshine kit by Studio Calico. This is from April of last year, I believe, and you can still get the printable journal cards. The Little White Books die cut is from the Paper Person Shop's Currently Reading kit, which also sold out really quickly, but you can still get the printable cards and die cuts. I wanted the edge to be jaggedy with the tops of the books, and there are some parts that are going to be see-through in the pocket, so I'm just going to need to be mindful of that when I work on the back of the card. I applied just a little bit of the adhesive to the books to secure it onto the edge of the card. And then I trimmed the excess using the Tonic Studios guillotine trimmer. For the multicolor card that is currently obstructed by the trimmer, I placed the blue on the bottom because it's next to a card with also a blue background. And the rainbow or paint, I'm not sure, I'm just calling it a rainbow, covered up some of the blue at the bottom. So I like that it wouldn't clash with the blue on the other card. As you can see, I'm using another of the the IKEA tags that I trimmed down, and I'm going through my March cards and embellishments and found the almost perfect chipboard sticker that says March looks like, and it's from Ali Edwards. I'm not sure which year. It would have been perfect to me if it said March looks like this. I moved the tag just a little bit so that the tag wouldn't be directly on the line between the two colors, and I thought this gave it a little bit more visual interest. I then placed the chipboard sticker overlapping everything, the card, the tag, and the books die cut. Originally, I was just gonna do a list of the books that I completed, but I decided to print out the covers in 3 different sizes, and I used the print to size app, and I printed them using the Epson PictureMate PM400. First, I printed it, I believe, from the print to size app, or maybe the file that I saved directly onto my iPhone, but the colors are always best when you print from the Epson printer app. So I'm adding another one of the reinforcers, and I'm looking at it now and I'm like, maybe I should just take them off because the black didn't look super bad to me, but we'll see. I adhered the books down and put the card in its pocket. At last, I'm going to be working on the title card, and I rotate the card so that the rainbow / paint / whatever is leading your eyes to the kids. Just like the last couple of months, I used the foil quill to add the month with foil on vellum. I cut the month out using the silhouette cameo, and I'm going to layer it with Duralar, which is polyester film instead of vellum. And I use score tape in tiny strips to adhere first the vellum to the Duralar and then the Duralar to the card. And I'm using it in strips so that it won't be seen on the other side. I'm using scrapbook.com's reverse tweezers, which are great help with little things, and so you can move your hand out of the way to see things better. Basically, these tweezers stay closed until you put pressure on the pads to open them up. Whenever I'm having trouble getting the backing off stickers or double-sided tape, I use the weeding tool from Silhouette. I had originally wanted to put the dumpster fire die cut on the Embrace This Season card, but it didn't look grounded, so I used the little heart chipboard sticker instead. It is now the next day, and I just added some more embellishments, stars and hearts, and I don't remember where any of these are from, so you'll have to forgive me, except for the gold hearts. Those are definitely Felicity Jane from a long time ago. I wanted to add hearts on the right side because there was some on the left side, and I wanted to add a star over on the left side to tie the 2 sides together. Once I'm done adhering everything, I will show you the 2 layouts separately, but yet side by side. Don't forget to go buy the blog. It's got a pretty new layout and it's got all the photos and details. And thank you so much for coming by and spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions down below. See you soon. Bye.